What if I were to tell you that you could have a completely free, brand new website that would probably take you less than an hour to create, maybe even less than 15 minutes, depending on certain things, and that this was an approved by Google website? Would that sound interesting to you? If so, I'm Randy Kirk. This is Small Business Daily, and I'm going to show you the way today. So where do we begin? We begin by going to google.com business. That's where you're going to start your journey. That will look like this. This is the page for google.com/business. If you have not already set up your Google My Business listing, you'll want to come here and you'll want to sign in, you want to sign up, and you'll want to create your Google My Business listing. As I've mentioned yesterday in our video, as I mentioned the day before, you'll hear me talking about it all the time. Google My Business is the most important real estate on the internet if you are a small local business. If you're a national business, not so much. But if you're a small local business, you have to be, you need to be on Google My Business, and you need to be highly ranked. This entire series of videos that we've been doing for the last couple of days and we'll be doing for another couple of days all revolves around all the opportunities that you have on Google My Business and the secret sauce of how to rank higher. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about the secret sauce of how you can rank higher on Google My Business through using their very own website. So let's go back over here because we've already created this website. We're going to look at Bumstead's Bicycles in Ontario, California, one of my clients, and we're going to set up the site. We're going to show you just how quickly that you can do this. So for that, I need glasses. So here we go. So we're now looking at Bumstead's Bicycles, and what you want to do is you just want to go down the list on the left here until you get to website. So if you already have a Google My Business set up, or if you are new and you haven't set it up yet, the first thing you want to do is go, as I mentioned, and set up your listing. You will be going in and you'll be, if you look here at the home page, you'll have things that you need to set up. It's very simple. You're setting up things like your hours. You'll go over here to info. You'll put in a description. This is not the place where we're going to take you through the details of how to do this, but it's all very simple. And we do have videos that you can look at that will tell you exactly how to do this. They'll be linked down below in the description. So once you've set up your Google My Business listing, now all you do is you go down the left-hand side here and you go to website. That's pretty simple. And what you're going to see is that Bill Raymond Home Mortgages already has a complete website set up. It's already done. Because what Google has done is that they have just gathered the data that you provided them, and they've already set up a website for you. And it has a nice header, it has a nice title, it has artwork, it has pictures, it has posts, because if you've done posts, it'll show the posts that you've done. It has testimonials because, of course, they have reviews on Google My Business. So all of this is, and then down at the bottom, you go all the way to the bottom and you've got your contact information, your name, your address, your phone number, everything's already done for you. Now, maybe you want to change the theme. Maybe you don't like the way this one looks. Well, you go right over here to themes. You can say, oh, no, I'd like a spring look or a retro look or this, well, I can't even read it. Austin look, I think it says. Anyway, so for now, we're just going to stay with this nouveau look just because. And then now we're just going to start going down and seeing if there's things we might want to change about this. So right away, we notice that there's an opportunity to set up a get quote area. Well, maybe we don't want to get quote. Maybe we have some options to that. So let's put edit. And what we're going to do is save. And over here, we're going to look and we're going to see get quote. Well, what are the options there instead of get quotes? Well, we could say contact us with a phone number. We could say call now with a phone number, or get directions, which would take them automatically to the Google Maps. You could say make an appointment, which you could direct actually to your appointment setting program that you have, the app that you're already using. You could say message us, so it could come in through text, or you could go in through WhatsApp. So those are all choices you can make, and then you just save it, whatever you decide to do. Okay, let's go down a little further. Let's stay in the editing section. Come down a little further, we can edit the header photo. So maybe you'd like to use a different photo. You can just pull, drag in, or go to your Finder, however you want to do it, and you can bring in a different cover photo. So you can change the look. Just takes a couple seconds to do that, and you would save that. Come down a little further, you have posts. Well, maybe you've never created a post, so you can click Create Post here, or you can go over to Posts here. Either way, it's going to give you the same thing, and you can create posts, or you can manage the post. You can rearrange the post or show certain posts and not other posts. And every time you create a new post, it's going to update this location so that it's staying fresh all the time. You come down just a little bit further, you have some more opportunities for possibly to call now. Then you have testimonials. And if you want to view all, person can check on view all, and they can see all of your testimonials. If you want to write a review, somebody's come into your website and they'd like to write a review, boom, they can hit write a review, easily go over and give you a review. And then you get into the About Us category. You can tell customers about the qualities and products that set your business apart. So this, now you have gallery. Here you have the pictures that you have already uploaded. These can be pictures or videos about your business. It can be pictures, PDFs, videos, any one of the three. Then we have the Contact Us section. And down here, you have some more calls to action. So maybe on the call now here, you want to change that call to action. You want to change the phone number. You want to see more information about it. You can do that here. Or possibly you come down, okay, start over. Or possibly you come over to the Get Directions, and there's a change you want to make there. Then you can edit those as well. Your photos, you can always edit. Then you come into this More or Setup section. And in this place, you can decide to publish. You can publish by clicking here, or you can click here for either. It's going to do the same exact thing. You can read tips for getting customers. They have 4 different tips that you can read. How you can promote your site on Google, how you can describe your business and offerings, how you can add more photos, how you can share your site, some of those things we just talked about. And then you can change the language. If you're not an English-speaking country, or you prefer to have this one in Spanish or some other language, then you can just change the language of the entire website. So those are the things that you can do. And then when you're ready to go, you can publish. Now let's talk about that let's talk about 2 things. Number 1, you can publish. And when you publish, it's going to be this URL right here. It's going to be the name of your company, followed by a dot, followed by business, followed by .site. Okay, so this means it's telling the world that this is not your own site. You don't own it. You don't have any specific rights long-term to this site, because it's owned basically by Google. They give you the choice to buy for just $12 a year, exactly the same thing with the .com if it's available. So you could buy it, and now you have a regular .com site that you own that will be available to you. Either way, you can now push publish, and this will go live. Now, the big question becomes, do you want to go live? And that's the biggest question I had when I started researching this Google My Business website years ago. So the choices you have here would be to just stop now, and you would get some benefit on Google My Business from the fact that you have one more place where your keywords are, one more place where your pictures are, et cetera, and that would be a nice little benefit. But the truth is that this is probably a good idea to publish if you are a brand new company. and you don't have your own website yet. For sure, that is going to be a good idea. It is a Google approved website. They created it. What do you think? They're not going to give it some deference? So it's going to have all your keywords. It's going to have all the stuff that they consider to be important. It's going to be updated. Every time you update your Google My Business listing, it automatically updates the website. So you don't have to do two things in order to get your updates done. If you don't have a website yet, every company should have a website. Last time I checked the stats, something under 50%, but close to 50% of all small businesses did not have a website, a company website. This would give you at least something, and it would give you something that is actually endorsed by Google. If you already do have a website, this should not become your primary website. This does not replace a website that you have created from scratch that's designed to give you tons of benefits. This is a rudimentary website. So in that case, you might choose to just go ahead with the completely free one. Cost you absolutely nothing, and you would just click on and use this business.site. This is a very good idea, because why? Well, because Google is going to obviously look at that website, see that it's online. It's one more place that gives you evidence of being relevant, of being predominant or prominent, and also your keywords are going to be there. You may show up someplace at a time. Maybe somebody will actually find that website first, and you might get a phone call out of it. Anything can happen. So whether you're brand new, or maybe you've been in business for 20 years and you've just never wanted to spend the time and the money on a website, or whether you've been in business and you have a great website, a fantastic website, this exercise, which I'm sure you could tell, if you already had Google My Business listing, this would take just a few minutes. If you didn't already have a Google My Business listing, I'd say you might spend an hour. If you took a look at some of our recommendations for how to set up the listing, it might take you 2 hours to do a really good job of setting up your Google My Business website, or listing rather. So either one of those cases, it's going to be a very good idea for you to do it. And the good news is it's going to look great on mobile. It's going to conform to any kind of device that's being used. And it's going to be robust. It is not only Google endorsed, but Google supported. It's going to be improving. You know that they're going to continually bring on new things and give you new ways to make this even better. Google wants you to anchor yourself here. They've made it clear. They'd like you to use this as your primary website. Over time, if they do enough improvements and changes, that might be possible. Today, I wouldn't recommend it. If you have your own website, this is secondary. If you don't have your own website, this is primary for a time. I still highly recommend that you find a good developer and put up a really solid website. It's going to help your Google My Business rankings. It's going to make it much easier for you to be found online, and it's going to help your clients, your customers, your prospects, all to be able to understand your business better if you've done your own methodologies, your own art, your own design, your own ways of getting people around your website, showing your products in the way that you want to show them, showing your services in the way that you'd like to show them. It's going to be very important for you to have your own website. I think that's all we have to say about this secret sauce. Believe me, your competitor has not done this. This is going to help you to rank more highly on Google My Business. This is the secret sauce, the kind of stuff that we've been giving you for 2 days. We're going to give you at least 2 more days of secret sauce. And this is the kind of stuff you're always going to get on Small Business Daily. See you next time.